Hey and welcome to this new video. I hope you are having a very good day. You are smiling, and even if things are difficult, please believe me. I will be there to help you. Whatever I can do, I will do it. I am not the best person alive. I am not the best one to say anything, but still, whatever lies in my power, I will do it for you. Please take care of yourself. Never lose hope and try to help others who are in problem. Each one of us goes through very difficult times, and we must help each other when the boats shake. So please, again, I welcome you to this beautiful video on Pluto. It's going to be very simple and very quick session. Now, which is the coldest planet? Those who think Pluto, please raise your hands. Okay, so Pluto is the coldest planet of all, which is not surprising because it is usually the farthest from the sun. Inside, it is made up of ice and rock, and the planet has a thick layer of ice over the top. So it has a lot of ice and rock because, and we can imagine that because it is the farthest from the sun, so definitely it has to be really cold. And we remember very clearly that earth has life because it has the appropriate amount of warmth from the sun. If it had been a little bit low, if it had been a little bit lesser warm, we could have had the ice age, which is not appropriate for many species to survive. And there was a time when ice age came and it became a point of extinction. So if it is too far, it is difficult. If it is too close, it is difficult. Earth is special because it is appropriate distanced from sun, and we have the chance to live and experience this beautiful universe. Now tell me, is it true that Pluto was named after a cartoon dog? Well, it is not true. Pluto was the name of the Greek god. Okay, it is the name of the Greek god of the underworld. Okay, so this is a little bit you can, it's a little bit quirky. So it's the Greek god of the underworld. Also, the first two letters of Pluto, P and L, are the initials of Percival Lowell, who first predicted a planet beyond Neptune. So the P and the L that we see, they also have a hidden meaning, which is the name of the person who first detected that there could be some other celestial body, which is Pluto. So and his name is Percival Lowell. Okay, now remember, we have already discussed the Greek gods and the Roman gods. So the Roman goddess is Venus, the Roman god of war is Mars. This Greek goddess, the Greek god is Uranus. You remember that William Herschel tried to name it after George III, but ultimately it was named after the Greek god, which is the Uranus. And now we have another Greek god coming up here, and he is the Greek god of underworld called Pluto. Whereas the first two letters, that is P and L, also denote the name of the person who first thought that there is some other celestial body which could be Pluto, and his name is Percival Lowell. Now who actually, so this is the one who suggested, this guy suggested that there could be some other celestial body, but the question is who actually found it. So an American called Jim Christie discovered Pluto's moon in 1978. So it is only in 1978 that an American discovered this planet called Pluto, and his name is Jim Christie. So if you want to remember gym, yeah, sometimes you go to gym, the temperature of the AC is so pulled down that you begin to freeze, and you also get very thirsty after working. So if you want to remember, you could say that it is Jim Christie. Yeah. Now he called it Charon, which was his wife's name and also the name of the man who ferried people to the underworld in ancient Greek mythology. So basically, since it has been named, it has always had some kind of contact with the underworld, because the first the first discoverer, Jim Christie, also suggested it to be named on the a person who ferried people to the underworld in the ancient Greek mythology. I don't know why everyone are so obsessed with underworld in case of Pluto. Anyway, so the question is Pluto always farthest from the sun? So Pluto is so far away from the sun that it takes 248 years just to orbit it once. So it takes 248 years to complete one revolution around the sun. But Pluto's orbit is a funny shape. For 20 years of its orbit, Pluto dips in closer to the sun than Neptune. When this happens, Neptune is the farthest planet in the solar system. So Pluto can be a little bit closer than Neptune for about 20 years. and how that happens we can try to understand. So let's say this is the sun, yes, and let's say this is the moon, or this is the Neptune. This is the Neptune. Let's say Neptune is here. This is Neptune's orbit. Then we have another orbit. Let's say this is let's say whose orbit? This is Pluto's orbit. So when it is moving on this orbit, there is a time period, this one, where it will be here and Neptune will be farther away. So it is possible that at some point in time, for about 20 years, Pluto will be a little bit closer and Neptune will be the farthest. But most of the other times, Pluto will only be the farthest. Okay, that's good thing. Then Pluto is a very small planet. It is smaller than a country. Pluto is a tiny planet, the smallest in the solar system, at 2360 kilometers across. It is smaller than United States or Russia. It's very small. We have already discussed that we could fit about 21 Plutos into one Mercury. Yes, we have already discussed it. It's very, very small. So this one was about Pluto. In the coming video, we'll be discussing about some other celestial bodies for a while, and then we'll look at the space exploration by human beings and through the various space missions. Until then, please revise the previous videos. Just after completing the celestial body session, we will be coming up with a quiz. Until then, stay tuned, stay connected, keep doing the good work.